guys, welcome back to my channel. I am doing a makeup tutorial today, if you can't tell by the title. So I wanted to do something that I used to love doing all the time, which is a very reddish brown blown out smoky eye. I always feel like it's so complementary to many different eye colors and skin tones, and it's actually super simple. You can definitely simplify it a lot by using just like 2 or 3 eyeshadows, but you know me, I always like to do the whole deal, so then you can take away and put in whatever you'd like to adjust it to your needs and your likes. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and let's go ahead and get started in the tutorial. And I look a little bit crazy now, but I've just done my face and my brows, so I didn't film like what I used on my face, but I will link everything down below that I used. So I just wanted to focus on the eyes today. If you didn't watch my last video, my Lumi unboxing video, I will link it down below. But in one of the products that I received in that box was this INGLOT Pigment, and as soon as I saw it, I had this look in mind. It looks like just like a cranberry gold, and as soon as I saw this, I was just like, I have to use this. I was just eager to see what it looks like on my eyes. So this is number 86, by the way. I am going to be working out of this Z palette today. So these are mainly Colourpop and Makeup Geek single eyeshadows. So I purchased them individually and then just stuck them in this Z pan. I'm going to start off with this shade here, which is completely almost gone, but it is called Wake Up Call by Colourpop. And I'm going to use this in my transition area. I'm taking the JH30 to do this, and I am just going to put this all the way from inner to outer corner. I want everything very buffed out and blown out for this look. So once I've got the majority of the colour on there and there's barely anything left on my brush, I'll sort of go on the lid and just all over the place to make sure everything is buffed out. Now I'm using Makeup Geek Frappe, which is sort of like Wake Up Call but a little bit more brown and a little bit deeper. I use the JH32 brush to do this. I'm literally just going to do exactly the same thing like how we did in our transition area, just all the way from inner to outer corner. I go like this, like windshield wiper motions, and then I go round and round from inner to outer corner, and when I get to this inner corner I look away so that I can really get into the little crevices. I used to love these Makeup Geek shades. I remember what's it called, Creme Brulee and Cocoa Bear and all of that were like the first eyeshadows that I tried from them, and my husband, fiance at the time, actually bought them for me for my birthday. I'm going to go back in with that JH30 that we first used, and it's got nothing left on it. I'm just buffing out those edges to make sure everything is blended. So this is Cocoa Bear. It is a fudgy red brown. It's amazing. And I've taken that on a JH34, which is a little bit smaller than the JH32. And I'm going to do the same process. So I know that I'm doing the same technique for each color, but I am switching up the brushes, and it's just going to give it a very three-dimensional look rather than just being like 2 colors in one brush for the whole thing. And back and forth to really carve out the crease. As always, I go back in with that first brush and just buff over everything with no additional product on it. So now for the pigment. I was initially thinking of using Fix Plus, which I normally do with any glittery eyeshadows or shimmer eyeshadows or even pigments. But this pigment reminds me a lot of Makeup Geek Utopia, like the formulation. It looks a little bit chunkier, but not in a bad way. I'm not saying that in a bad way, but it doesn't look as smoothly milled as some other pigments that I'm used to. So I am going to use a glitter glue with this. I think it's just going to work best for this formula. This is my favorite glitter glue. It is the Makeup Revolution one. So I've just taken that much and I'm just going to put it all over my lid. And I'm just tapping my finger and I'm looking away again to get that inner corner. Just tapping it all the way. So wherever you're going to put this is where that pigment is going to stay. stick to. While it's still tacky, I'm going to go in with the JH41, which is a flat shader brush. So I've just dipped straight into the pigment and oh my goodness, yes, this is stunning. And I'm just going to push that on. I'm not rubbing, I'm just like placing it on. A bit more of this outer corner. I actually should have put a powder under my eyes, like to catch the fallout, but it's so nice. I'm also just slightly carving out my crease, but you can see I'm turning my head because this is a duochrome shade, so it's going to look pink in certain angles, cranberry red, and then gold in certain angles. So I want to make sure that I've covered my whole lid, and the way I can do that with these sort of colours is just going back and forth and looking around at different angles. Also, another tip when you're working with like glitter glue and stuff, do one eye at a time. Like put the glue on, put the shadow on, and then work with the next eye. It actually didn't give me that much fallout, so this is great and it was so easy to work with. I'm just going to highlight my brow bone with this Colourpop shade called Let Me Explain. I'm using the tiny little JH42 brush. And I always blend it out with my fingers. I'm just going in with a touch more of the Cocoa Bear just to really blend that pigment in my crease in with the rest of my eye. Blending that out again. You can definitely do eyeliner with this. I'm actually going to skip eyeliner because, like I said, I want it to look like this all over, like blown out sort of reddish smoky eye. So I'm just going to leave the liner. I am using the Honey Cosmetics LUNAR lashes today. Whenever I want something like where I still want you to be able to see my eyeshadow properly, I go in with a style like this, which is not as dramatic. That's going to like cover up or take away from the eye look. And these are amazing lashes. If you would like to try anything from Honey Cosmetics other than items that are already on sale, you can use code BROOKER10 to get 10% off. While I'm waiting for my lash glue to dry, I'm just going to go in with NYX Wet the Hype Mascara on my real lashes first. I'm just going to put my lashes on now. For my under eyes, I'm going to use Cocoa Bear again on a pencil brush, and I'm just going to smudge this all along my lower lash line, all the way from inner to outer corner, making sure that the outer corner meets well. I'm just going to line my waterline with a MAC Eye Kohl Indefinitely Black. I'm going to take a touch of Corrupt, which is by Makeup Geek, and it is such a great black shadow. I've just taken the tiniest bit of it on a flat shader brush just to buff out this waterline and lower lash line. Because when you do use creamy kohl pencil, some of it will fall on the skin naturally, and you just want to blend that out. I'm going to go back in with that pencil brush with nothing on it, and just go back and forth and buff this out. Taking just a touch more of Cocoa Bear because I really, really want this blown out. So I've just added a little bit more. I'm just going to use the NYX Wet the Hype Mascara on my lower lashes. I'm using the Australis Chocolate Bronzer just on my forehead and to carve out my cheekbones as well. And just warm up the face. I'm just going to slightly contour out my nose. I'm actually going to use a Makeup Geek blush today. So I'm going to mix Romance here, which is a great dupe for NARS Orgasm, and the Makeup Geek Spellbound. I'm going to mix those together. And I've been applying my blush very high up on my cheekbones, like up here, not in the apples as much. I just feel like It makes my face look more lifted and less rounded out. With whatever's left, I will put on my cheekbone, on the upwards of my cheeks, but I mainly start now at the high point of my cheekbones. For highlight, I am going to use BECCA Champagne Pop, which Jacqueline created with them a few years ago now, but it is a great highlighter. This brush, I actually have no idea where it's from or the brand or anything. I was doing my mum's makeup one day, I think it was for New Year's. I was doing her makeup and I used this brush on her. It is her brush. And I just said, oh my gosh, this brush is amazing for highlight. And she gave it to me for my lips. I'm going to use the Morphe Flirt lipstick and the Chi Chi Chandelier lip gloss in the Jet Set. It's a nice nude lip combination. This Morphe nude lipstick is like really nude, but I kind of like it for this sort of eye look. And this has a touch of like a peachy gold glitter in it, so I think it'll complement the eyes really well. So that is it for this makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give me a huge thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. It means so much to me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!